YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is LaDonna. I am a homeschooling mom, and on my channel I just like to share what we're learning, how we are growing, and what God is doing in our lives. In today's video, I just want to share with you what we will be reading this summer. I'm going to share my picks, what my son and daughter will be reading. So let's get started. So for my son, who is 11 years old, he is a soon-to-be 6th grader. These are my 4 picks for him, but he will also be reading what he is interested in. He's picked up a few books from the library, and he's got a few books on his bookshelf he is already currently rereading, but these are the 4 that I have picked for him to read. The first one I have is By the Great Horn Spoon. So this is a historical fiction book. It is based around the time of the gold rush. To go along with that, I have What Was the Gold Rush? And these are fairly simple reads. I'm sure all of you are familiar with the who was or what is books. So I know that this is something he'll speed through very quickly. And then I also have Turn Homeward, Hannah Lee. And this is another historical fiction book, and it is based upon the ending of the Civil War. I couldn't find a who was or what is the Civil War, so I just picked up this If You Were a Kid During the Civil War. It's a scholastic book. I know it's really thin and simple, but there's some good information in here. I really like the photography and the pictures that are included, so I think that this will complement that book really well. Okay, now for my daughter, who is a brand new 9-year-old, and for the upcoming school year, she will be a 4th grader. Now, I'm not going to go into our reading journey with her. I will tell you that when we started homeschooling, she was a struggling and reluctant reader, but through a lot of hard work and endurance on her part and my part, she has grown significantly. So again, these are the 4 readers I have picked for her. She has also picked from the library that interest her that she's reading along with these, but these are my 4 picks for her this summer. So the first one I have, and she is on chapter 3. It's part of the Junie B. Jones series, and it is the last book of the box set. So this is from the set of 4. This one is Junie B. Jones and Some Sneaky Peeky Spying. So she's really enjoyed this box set. This is the one she has started with. I also have 2 stepping stone chapter books. The first one I have is The Paintbrush Kid. These are fairly simple. And then The Chalk Box Kid. The last book I have for Miss Annabeth, I gifted her at the end of this school year. It is part of a series. I only have this one though. It's called Lily to the Rescue, Lost Little Leopard. So, and she's really excited about this one. Okay, for mom, I'm really excited about this. Now, I typically have a little bit beefier of a reading list, but we've got a lot going on this summer between children's camp and youth camp and VBS and family coming into town. My husband, he will be going out of town for a week. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but he's in school too, so it's like a family affair. As silly as that sounds. So when he's gone like that for these seminars, I'm completely on my own. So but the fair week is that week, and then Annabeth is going to do like a little dance camp, and we're going to be doing a few other little things. So we literally are just going from week to week. So I didn't want to overwhelm myself, but I also wanted to fit some stuff in that I normally wouldn't be able to fit in. The first thing I want to share with you is the Bible study I'm currently going through. I have started it, and I'm loving it. Now, I typically do a Bible study at the church, but because of the busyness of church life this summer, we are taking the summer off. So this is a study I'm doing on my own. I'm actually doing it through Lifeway. Lifeway offers Bible studies throughout the year. They're online Bible studies. All you have to do is purchase the book, and you register for the study, and they send you the links to the videos for you to watch within a certain time frame. So the one that they are offering is called Truth Filled, the practice of preaching to yourself through every season. Isn't that such a pretty cover? And it's by Ruth Chow Simmons. Now, you've probably heard of her before. She runs a line. I think it's called Grace Laced or something like that. Really popular, really huge, and she has also authored a few books already. Like in the back right here, you can see some of the ones. Can you see that? Like that Foundations I know is really popular, and the Grace Lace Devotions are really popular. But those are her most popular books. This is very new, and I'm already loving it. Now, I'm not going to lie, at first, like the subtitle, what is it? The practice of preaching to yourself through every season. I was kind of like, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But the introduction, she starts with, let me find it for you. She starts with Psalm 42 verses 5 through 11, and she shows the reader, she shows us how the psalmist is actually speaking to himself and preaching to himself despite his circumstances. So she just shares a little bit of personal testimony as a young adult, where she was just kind of allowing her emotions and circumstances to control her thought life and how she was feeling and how she was responding. And her husband just encouraged her as a believer to start preaching the Word of God to her own heart. And she makes a really incredible point how, sorry, my phone dinged. Anyway, back to what I was saying. She makes a really incredible point that we are the ones who speak to ourselves the most. So why wouldn't we speak God's truth to ourselves? So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. I also really like how the homework isn't too lengthy. Now, that's a big deal for me because I like thicker workbooks. I usually look at the homework load first because I think that that is an area that we should not we just shouldn't compromise. But for Summer Life, I think that this is so perfect, and I really like the time that she just allows for you to digest what you are taking in. So if you're looking for one, I'd encourage you to check it out. I haven't finished it, but this far, it's been really good. Okay, I have a homeschool book for you. This was actually my birthday present, and I'm really excited about it. I haven't started it yet. I'm hoping to start it next week, but I have Adventuring Together, How to Create Connections and Make Lasting Memories with Your Kids. And I have heard nothing but incredible things about this. It looks like it is something that can be read fairly easily. Just to kind of give you an idea of some of the topics, I will read the table of contents. So it's broken up into 3 parts. Part 1, How Adventuring Makes Connections. Part 2, Start the Adventure. And Part 3, Stepping into the Adventure. And the chapters are broken up into 12 chapters, and you have Adventures Change Us. Yes, you can adventure with your kids. How to begin, how to continue, how to thrive, and I love that. I love anytime there's application in a book. I'm a very practical person, and when it comes to this kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but help me, show me. You know, I'm one of those people. Sometimes I just need a little bit of help in that area. And in the last part, the chapters are adjust your attitude, try new things, revisit favorites, do hard things, get outside, indoor adventures, and adventuring with books. The book ends also with just some ideas and conclusions and, trip ideas and other things like that. So I'm really excited. And the last book I have, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm going to wait, and I am going to read it after this book, but it is Beth Moore's Chasing Vines, Finding Your Way to an Immensely Fruitful Life. So this was actually a gift to me for Christmas, and I'm really excited. It is a little bit beefier of a book. If you've ever read her books, they do tend to be beefy, but I think that this is definitely something I need right now. Just as a pastor's wife, and putting your hand to the plow is sometimes hard and you don't always see results, and not that it is about results, but just as human beings, I think we're just kind of pulled to that. You know, we do something and we want to instantly see, okay, where's the product? Well, it's not always about product. It's about obedience and faithfulness to the call, right? Because that's what it means to be a disciple. So I really think that this is going to be a good thing for my heart in this season of life. So anyway, friends, that's what I have for you. That is what we are reading this summer. I hope this encouraged you. I hope it even inspired you. Please let me know in the comments below what you are reading. And thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.